Okay, for those of you keeping score, I just got done moldboarding that wheat stubble about 45 minutes ago. And I hooked down to the disc and came over here, and I'm going to disc down all the spots where I moved dirt with a skid steer to make it plow a little better. And hopefully tomorrow I can get this plowed, because I got plans for the weekend, so that ain't gonna happen. And then it sounds like after this weekend we got a bunch of chances of rain coming, which I ain't gonna complain about, but I want to get this plowed before that happens. So I'm not gonna put the wings down. I want them on there for weight, so I'm just gonna leave her the way she is. Okay, that's taken care of. This is going to be kind of fun to plow. I wish I could have got on it before we got that 3 inches of rain, but this is also why I want to get on it before we get any more rain. This right here is going to be too wet to plow. We're going to have to hug. We're going to have to stay over there. And obviously I couldn't, this isn't going to happen. I didn't almost get stuck here. I backed right out, but I backed out before I got into trouble. And then I wasn't gonna plow this part anyway because this is all fresh fill. I'll just disc it. So at most I'm probably gonna make like a couple, however, basically from here up I can moldboard because this is all virgin dirt, and then from here down I'll pick up and go around it. And then I'm probably gonna have to, depending on how much rain we get, disc this with 4-150. And then when I get that over here, I could probably get as close to this as I want, and patch in whatever I don't plow, because once you get it planted, it doesn't really matter if it's a wet spot or not. Once it's planted to hay, the ground will firm up, you can get over it no problem, and you're not going to come out here and mow it when there's a bunch of rain coming or it's too wet anyhow, because if the ground's too wet, hay ain't gonna dry. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully I don't get stuck, because mom and dad are going out of town tomorrow morning, and that could potentially be a problem if I could get myself out by myself. So I'm just gonna have to be careful about where I go, and I think what I'm gonna do is lay this out and plow it, or plow a back furrow, starting the center work out. That way if something bad does happen and I do put the tractor down in a wet spot, I have good dirt, good unplowed dirt to the outside of the field, so I got a good spot to set on to pull it out. So it's going to be interesting, we shall see. But I think, at least as far as up in here, most of the wet spots stem from probably compaction and the water not having anywhere to go, plus all the potholes that are here for some reason. So other than this pond, I got a feeling we get all this ground straightened out and leveled out and work it and bust up whatever compaction layer there is, I think all the wet spots up in here will take care of themselves. And then it'll just be that guy, which you ain't taking care of that. So anyhow, we'll catch you guys tomorrow and see if we can't get stuck. Well, I'd be lying to you if I said I was excited about doing this. Frankly, I'm not looking forward to it. If the whole thing looked like this, we'd be in good shape, but down there in the middle, I'm a little worried. If we can get through it without getting stuck, we'll be doing good. But like I say, I'm going to plow this to a back furrow, so to make things easier if I do get stuck. So, but I brought some flags so I can kind of walk off my centers. Probably start right about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Basically 40, because I'm not going to go over much further than this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So round about there. So I just got to do this a couple more times. I wish these flags were taller. Should have borrowed stuff from my boss. He's got some 4-footers with some like 4x6 flags on them, and those things are real easy to see because they're hot pink. Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to start off in second just to get the land laid out, and then I'll grab third. I got a feeling this is going to be an interesting drive. expected. I never even came close to getting stuck. So that's a plus. Hopefully none of this is poison ivy. All I see is grass, so I think we're okay. But yeah, this is not exactly the prettiest job of plowing. In a situation like this, you almost need 18 or 20 inch bottoms. That would put it more in line with like a breaker plow, brush plow type deal, and you'd have a lot better coverage in this tall, nasty stuff. But anyhow, ain't nothing the disc won't fix, and probably, like I said earlier, probably gonna have to disc this with the 4150 just so I can get in closer around that pond dealio, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't know, I mean, the tractor and plow are longer than the span between the legs on this, so I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know what was. Yeah, I did what I could, but like I say, disc will fix that too. And I lifted up and went over this because this is where I filled in that big, like 4-foot deep hole. I figured it'd been disturbed enough, so I just left it, and we'll disc it down, and it should be good. The edges where I got up along the woods are a mess too, because you'd go along and you'd hook a bunch of tree roots and ball the plow up, and you have to pick it up, back up, clear it out, pull ahead. If you drug on your stuff that you just cleaned out, then you got to get back and spread it out. It was just like right here. This is the joy of plowing up against woods. Once you plow it once, it's fine because all the roots are pulled out, but since we're making a virgin pass here, it was not fun. And I didn't obviously plow this because this is still wet, so we'll just disc this. I didn't want to move this anywhere we're actually filled in a wet hole. I didn't want to disturb the dirt, because it just needs to stay where it's at and firm up. So we'll just disc this, disc as much as I can, get as close as I can to this pond, and whatever I can't get, we just won't worry about it, and it'll be what it'll be. So, but Lord knows, well, I guarantee you this ground here has never been, I mean, the last time it probably saw any major movement was probably when they put these towers in. So, and I am almost wondering if some of these holes out here weren't burn pits. I bet they were out here burning trash, because that's just, I mean, that's just the kind of people that used to live here. It looks like they were out here burning stuff, because everywhere there was a hole, the dirt gets black, and there's no other black dirt other than around there. There's no other black dirt other than where there was holes. It's almost like it's charred ash mixed in whatever they had going on here. So that would make sense. And some of them over on that edge where it got drier, when you roll it over, it looked like ash poofing up out of the ground. I'm pretty sure they were burn pits. I'm pretty sure that's what they were, which would explain why the holes weren't as big as the dirt piles next to them, because they were partially filled in with ash and Lord knows what else. Thought that was lime for a minute. So yeah, it's ugly, but it's not nearly as ugly as it was when we started. So get a disc, or let it dry out, mellow out, so we can get the disc over it and do a decent job. And probably 3-4 passes with a disc, and then mulch it, and possibly disc it again after you mulch it, and then mulch it again, whatever it takes. But I think it should, with the disc, I think it should level up pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna have to box blade it. Most of the holes filled in fairly decent, so we'll just have to see how things work out. But anyway, that job's done, so I gotta go home and check on the dogs. So with that being said, that's it for this one, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Piece of freaking garden hose. Son of a Buick. That's in there. We'll just, it's there now. Oh, there's more. Oop, shit. I wonder if they had that buried out here for something. Lord only knows. It's a mystery. In a few weeks, when this is all dished down and fit and planted, it'll all be erased. So anyway, catch you guys later.